The dark truth behind the Oscars, a ritual of power, sacrifice, and control. They tell you it's about talent, they tell you it's about celebrating art, they tell you it's about honouring the best in film. But what if the Oscars have never been about movies? What if the entire ceremony is a carefully crafted ritual, not to reward the best, but to choose who rises, who falls, and who disappears forever? What if the golden idol they hold isn't just a trophy, but a marker of submission? What if the Oscars are not a celebration, but a sacrifice? And what if those who take the stage are never the ones truly in control? In sight, a golden figure holding a sword standing atop a pedestal, a symbol of power, sacrifice, and transformation. Some say the Oscar resembles Egyptian idols, specifically the god Ptah, the deity of creation and craftsmanship. Others say it mirrors Nimrod, the ancient king who built the Tower of Babel, who sought to ascend beyond human limits. But one thing is certain, it is not just a trophy. It is a marking, a symbol of initiation. A sign that the one holding it has been chosen. But chosen by who? And for what? The Oscars are a test, and not everyone passes. Have you noticed how some actors rise overnight, while others, despite immense talent, are pushed into obscurity? Have you noticed how some winners seem to vanish after their victory, their careers collapsing as quickly as they rose? That's because the Oscars are not about acting ability, they are about control. They are about who is allowed to be elevated and who is cast aside and erased. Chadwick Boseman, a man who died too soon only to have his posthumous Oscar snatched away at the last second. A mockery or a message. Brendan Fraser, silenced, cast out, his career destroyed. And when he finally returns, he is handed an Oscar, but only after decades of exile and humiliation. Halle Berry, given an Oscar, celebrated, then quickly discarded by Hollywood as if she had served her purpose. What if winning an Oscar isn't a blessing, but a curse? What if, once you accept the idol, your fate is no longer in your hands? What they don't tell you about winning? The Oscar comes with a price. Actors who win often suffer personal tragedies shortly after. Some disappear into scandal, misfortune, or death. Others fall into irrelevance, like their purpose was fulfilled, and they were no longer needed. This is called the Oscar curse. But what if it's not a curse at all? What if it's part of the deal? Heath Ledger won his Oscar posthumously after a role that consumed him. Philip Seymour Hoffman won, then died mysteriously soon after. Robin Williams awarded, praised, then found dead under circumstances that never quite added up. Coincidence or a pattern? And what about those who reject the game? Marlon Brando refused his Oscar, sending a Native American activist in his place. Jim Carrey mocked the industry, speaking out about Hollywood's dark underbelly, and soon after, his career spiraled. Joan Crawford feuded with the Academy only to be blacklisted and buried in disgrace. You play the game or you get erased, and in Hollywood, no one is safe forever. A golden idol at the centre of a stage, worshipped by the most powerful and influential figures in Hollywood. But what does the Oscar really represent? And why does winning one mean more than just an award? A golden figure holding a sword, standing atop a pedestal, a symbol of power, sacrifice, and transformation. Some say the Oscar resembles Egyptian idols, specifically the god Ptah, the deity of creation and craftsmanship. Others say it mirrors Nimrod, the ancient king who built the Tower of Babel, who sought to ascend beyond human limits. But one thing is certain, it is not just a trophy, it is a marking, a symbol of initiation, a sign that the one holding it has been chosen, but chosen by who and for what? Movies are not just entertainment. They are tools of influence. They shape culture, rewrite history, and program the masses. And the Oscars, they are the final seal of approval. They tell you which movies to worship, whether they deserve it or not. They tell you who is powerful and who has been cast aside. They present an illusion of glitz and glamour while the real power moves behind the curtain. It is not about art, it is not about talent. It is about who owns the narrative and who controls the future. And the system does not give without expecting something in return. So the next time you watch the Oscars, ask yourself, who is being rewarded, who is being sacrificed, and who is really in control?